Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Tonight I was just gonna do maybe a Spyderco Manix overview. It won't be a complete thorough overview. Um, there's hundreds of Manix videos out, reviews out. So why am I doing one? Basically to just cover end to end. It'll be kind of a shotgun review, shotgun effect approach to this. Kind of going from some of the newest Manixes to possibly the oldest Manix, and that's pretty much what I wanted to do. This overview review of this one of my favorite knives, really, especially to use the Spyderco Manix. The first one I happen to have here, and it's pretty much why I was making this. One of my friends acquired the knife from me and won't be around long, so I figured I better make the video now while I can. It seemed like back in, looks like 2005, Spyderco came out with this C95 Manix, and kind of the center of attention here it is. No Spidey on the blade, as you can see. Some of the old Spydercos didn't have the Spidey on the blade. Right there from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. And they did run on this Spyderco the dyno jimping, which it wasn't run very long, but only a few Spydercos that I have that dyno jimping. It does work well, actually, and it's just a very short time they used that. So that being the original C95 Manix, that thick back lock, and if you never held one in person, the lockup is just amazing. When you hear that come out, not very heavy. It's heavy compared to the new Manix, thicker compared to the new Manix, and pretty darn cool. So that's kind of the main reason I wanted to make the video, just show that old original C95 Manix from 2005. And in 2006 they had the serrated Manix here. Looks like they put the Spidey on the blade now. They still have the dyno jimping in there. It's again that super beefy back lock. Just a great user knife right there. The comfort in hand is amazing, and it's so solid. In addition to that, in 2006, they also came up with, some termed it the Mini Manix, but Spyderco named it the Manix 80mm there. And let me find it. Here's one of them, Spyderco Mini Manix. This Manix is just a little smaller in comparison. So, as we know them now, Manix XL and Manix 2. So originally C95 Manix, and it still is the C95 Manix. It's just called the Manix XL with the ball lock. And so yeah, there's the Mini Manix. Same thick back lock, super thick, and the lockup is just so solid. So of course this came to be the Manix 2, and I don't know if I'm going to say anything new here, nothing new that people haven't seen before, but I don't know if people saw the dyno jimping and saw the original Manix before. It's basically why I wanted to bring them out. I have a couple more of the original or almost original C95 Manix. Now you can see on this still C95 Manix. Now they have the Spidey on the blade, and they've changed to the jimping they have now, the jimping that Spyderco now runs. And here's another one, just like this one, but not quite as in, you know, now it has the newer jimping. So you can see they just made slight changes from the original. Added the Spidey on the blade here. You know, went over to the newer jimping style on these ones. Here's the newer C95 Manix that we all have come to know. Quite a bit lighter. You know, ball lock, caged ball lock, and makes it quite a bit smoother with that. Not smoother, but well, smoother possibly too, but quite a bit lighter now. Of course, sticking with that same exact original shape that that we had in the beginning with the original C95 Manix, turning directly into that Manix XL. So the Manix XL is, you know, stuck around and become pretty popular. I do believe that Spyderco is going to bring back the, will now be called C95 Manix XL backlock. They have brought back the mini Manix backlock just to bring that into play. A lot of knives here, so kind of an unplanned video. Just wanted to throw it together before I shipped one or two of these knives out. Look at those mini Manixes, or what's called now Manix 2 backlock. I don't know if you've seen those side by side. I'm sure somebody's done a review. Somebody's done a side by side of these. I can't be the first person. They've been out for quite a while now. The newer mini Manix 2 backlock, and the older 80mm Manix. See them side by side there. Some major differences here. This one has steel liners. They are milled out inside. It's a little bit of a taller blade. This one, just a little bit of the blade is not quite as tall. And major difference is no liners, just super thick G10. This G10 is very very fine textured G10 also. And you can see on the older Manix there is no jimping on the bottom of the choil, and on the new one there is. Another funny thing about the jimping on the back of the back lock here is when you close that, some of the jimping stays right there on the lock itself. That's the first time I'd seen the jimping anywhere but on the blade on this new Manix back lock. So like I said, this was just going to be a shotgun approach to this Manix comparison, Manix off. It's not a full history. You know, there's a lot of in-betweens here. There's a lot of knives that I don't have here in person anymore. Of course, in between these, we had the Saber Ground Manix. We've had a lot of sprint runs come through. You know, the Manix 2 has taken off. Lots of sprint runs came through. The older cage ball, of course, used to be clear. You know, carbon fiber S90V was one of the first sprint runs that they had with the Spyderco Manix. I believe only 400 of these were made. And now, of course, you know, when they do the sprint run, they run you know, a lot bigger number on the sprint run. Like, I believe on this sprint run, now they ran 1,600 knives. I could be wrong on these numbers, but anyway, yeah, we all know, and hopefully you know, because it's a great knife, that the Manix 2, you know, has taken off. Of course, you know, we have the Manix 2 lightweights also, and they've really taken off with sprints lately. Some great steels coming out in these sprint runs, and a little cheaper available through the lightweight version of these. You know, sometimes people wonder why like a Manix, why like a Manix knife, and I just want to say because they're so smooth, the ease of use. You know, you don't ever have to actually touch the blade to use the Manix. You could just flip it in and out with the lock. So that's just a shotgun approach, not a full review, just a brain spewing approach to the Manix. Really wanted to just share this knife in particular before it goes to the new owner, and get it on camera, let people see it and share it with people. You know, maybe show how there didn't used to be a Spidey and there was the different jimping, and you know, maybe show these two Manix, the new Manix backlock and the old Manix backlock, side by side, just in case people hadn't seen them. So anyway, thanks for joining me again for a not very well planned out review, shotgun approach to this crazy Manix life that we've developed here thanks to Spyderco. Take care, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you see.